Hello everybody, so Coach Brion coming at you. A couple of things that you might want to keep in mind right now in your life as you work with people and you communicate with your neighbors and you're connecting with people that might be a little different than you. You might want to keep these things in mind, especially when we are facing what we're facing in the world. The Maslow's pyramid, which is right here, this thing right here, this is the hierarchy of needs. So these are the things that we all of us need. This is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. As an actor, as a storyteller, we're always asked the question, what does our main character need in order to get to the next level of safety, security, blah, blah, blah. First of all, we have the physiological needs. These are things like water, shelter, food, things like that. Safety and security is the next level. Love and belonging, a system of family, people that care about us, intimacy, connection, touch, things like that. And then we have self-esteem. This is where we get to prestige and success and having people follow us and people create a relationship with their legacy, with their what matters to them, after they pass or during their life, esteem and prestige. And then we get to self-actualization. I'm a believer that self-actualization can happen at any moment during any of these, right? So we can be at any of these levels and still acquire self-actualization. It doesn't necessarily have to happen at the top. You take the movie Castaway, for example. The guy was a pilot. He was very well. He had his family. He had all of these needs met. He was esteemed, but then he got lost on an island, and then he had to start rebuilding those. It was during those times that he acquired a place of self-actualization. You cannot get to self-actualization when you don't have integrity. You cannot get to self-actualization if you don't have an ability to acknowledge your responsibility. And that is what our current president is kind of dealing with, is because he didn't get to this position on integrity. He didn't get there based on a moral or virtuous pursuit. All of these things can be attained by a variety of different paths. Okay. These paths are also motivations. Now, our protagonist in any script, any storytelling is going to have a protagonist. The protagonist is the one that is the one that we root for, the hero of the story. The protagonist, the motivations for a protagonist are prudence, justice, fortitude, temperance, faith, hope, and charity. Those are some of the things. Now, I do a whole conversation on hope. I would put trust as a replacement of hope. Okay, so these are motivations to build trust, to be in pursuit of justice. This is our hero's motivation. And then we have these over here. Oh, they're over here. These are what? The 7 deadly sins. The 7 deadly sins are the motivating force, whether unconsciously or consciously, of our antagonist. If we have a person that is in leadership that does these things, think of any antagonist in any script. These are the things. Pride is also hubris. Envy, and that's what I mean by pride. I don't mean, yay, I'm proud of myself for accomplishing this, or I am proud of who I am as a gay man, or I'm proud of who I am as a human being on the planet. I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of my legacy. I'm proud of my ancestors. That's not what we're talking about. We are talking about hubris, where there is an inability to acknowledge wrong, inability to acknowledge that maybe I messed up, inability to acknowledge that other people might be able to bring something to the table that you can't. That's hubris. Downfall of everything. Envy, wrath. When we are in revenge mode, that is the antagonist's motivation. You see it in every script, every movie you have ever gone to see. Right there. Wrath and vengeance. Now, sometimes we have the anti-hero. Sometimes the anti-hero weaves themselves into this line of issues. So Breaking Bad was one of the greatest TV series of all time, in my opinion, and that was our anti-hero. He was moving in the journey of justice, but he was doing it through a pursuit that was kind of he was at his last option for sure. Okay, greed. We see this all over the place right now. We see gluttony, see it all over the place, and bing, 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 right there. Lots of commentary on that one. All of these things right here, and number 6, that's a big one. All of these things are motivations for our antagonist. I'm asking you. Now, these are unconscious, quite often unconscious motivators, right? When I'm jealous of somebody, when I want to hoard everything for myself because I am entitled to it. I've worked really hard, so I deserve it. I deserve to hoard all these monies. I deserve to hoard all 80 properties. I deserve, and I want to disempower others so that they can't get what I have. So that's ding, 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 ding. Number three. All right. Gluttony is like this, it's like putting gold things up when other people are starving. It's taking away health care from millions and millions of people to oppress them and keep them hungry so that you can control them further. It is that thing right there that causes multiple divorces, right? I know, I'm pitting because I'm excited. So just a really quick recap, this is what makes all of us the same. Every single human on the planet has these needs. These are the objectives for any actor moving to create a compelling performance. This is the easy, if you can't figure out what your objective is or what your need is, you go to Maslow's pyramid. It's going to give you some pretty good inspiration. Let's say, for example, I have my physiological needs met, my safety and security met, and my character's at a space that he or she or they are wanting love and connection and intimacy. We find this in rom-coms quite often, right? So this is what they are wanting to attain or maintain, right? There's a threat of losing it. Any of these right now. So there are people in our communities that are having their physiological needs unmet. People in our communities, our neighbors, our fellow humans, are missing safety and security. That's going away easily right now. Some people are looking for love, sense of belonging. That is where we all come together. Community, building community, loving one another, listening to one another. That way we can provide these things right here for everyone in our community. Self-esteem, this is what we all get to reach up to the plate. We all get to step up to the plate right now and establish our own system in which we ourselves are confident. Confident doesn't come unless you challenge your fear. You can't be courageous without fear. You can have fear without courage, but you can't have courage without fear. Achievement. Setting up something to make something happen, to acquire something, to achieve something for the better good. We all get to ask that question. Are our motivations out of justice, out of trust, out of romance, out of love? Respect for others. Do we respect others? Respect from others. Respect toward others. That's how you generate what it is that you need. If I need respect from others, I give respect from others. If I want love and sense of belonging, I give love and sense of belonging. If I want to establish community, right here, I create establishment of community. So I hope this is clear for everybody. If you have more questions, I'll go into more detail later, but that is it in a nutshell. Have a great day. And really quick, the thing that makes these things different, we all need these, that makes us all alike. The thing that makes us different are our life experiences. What we have lived and what our life has experienced, that changes our interpretation of the circumstances and how we relate to them. So know that that is the only thing that makes us different, is our life experiences. Reach out to somebody who has a different life experience than you.